stop everything for a moment and turn your focus inward. Don't listen with your ears, but with your spirit. What I'm about to share is not something meant for the crowd, but a personal message just for you. It's a quiet word meant for your heart alone, a message that cuts through the noise of daily life, landing softly on your soul like the first dew at dawn. This moment, this message, is not a coincidence. You've arrived at this place, at this exact word, by divine guidance. Every step you've taken, even the ones that felt like missteps, the paths you thought were detours, have been part of the plan I've been weaving for you with care and purpose. Pay attention, for what I am about to reveal is meant for you alone. As you continue your journey with faith, believing your actions go unnoticed, I want to show you something I see. There are hidden discussions, people who think of you without speaking your name, yet you are the focus of their thoughts. You haven't been invited to their conversations, but they talk about you. They see you growing, rising, refusing to give up, and that threatens the way they've built their lives on falsehoods and selfish motives. They can't stand to see the light within you, so they try to dim it. Their hearts are full of jealousy, hidden judgment, and disguised intentions. Though you don't see this clearly, because you're not focused on them, I want to tell you that while you trusted, some were scheming against you. While you worked for peace, they spread rumors. While you quietly called out to me, others asked, "How can we bring them down?" But don't worry. Every tear you've shed, every fast you've endured, every sleepless night you've spent in prayer, had been collected and counted in my presence. My beloved, do not be afraid. I am not showing you this to make you afraid, but to open your eyes. I want you to understand that the enemy of your soul is always at work, but I, your God, never rest. I have been protecting you even when you didn't know you were in danger. I have been defending you when you didn't realize you were under attack. I have been covering you when others tried to expose you. That is why today I come to you with clear, direct words. No more parables, no more hidden meanings. I am here, ready to speak plainly and answer you. I've waited for this moment, not because I didn't want to answer earlier, but because there was a process inside you that needed to unfold. You had battles to face that would build your faith, shape your character, and sharpen your judgment. Even though there were times you cried out and didn't hear my response, I was working quietly behind the scenes, setting everything up, arranging each detail, aligning people and circumstances. Nothing hath been out of my control, not your tears, your losses, or your delays. Everything was part of my perfect plan, and now that plan is coming to pass. You have been faithful, not flawless but sincere. You kept moving forward even when you didn't understand. You believed even when doubts overwhelmed you. You stayed when many walked away. And now, I come to you as a father who rewards, as a king who honors loyalty, as a friend who values commitment. Listen with your whole heart. I am here, and I have decided to step in on your behalf. Don't think it's too late. Don't look back with regret. Everything you thought was lost will be restored in ways you can't even imagine. Not because you've earned it through your actions, but because my love is faithful, and my promise to you has never changed. I am the one who makes a way where there seems to be none, the one who makes rivers flow in the desert, the one who speaks of things that aren't yet seen as though they already are. I am your God, the one who formed you, chose you, and calls you by name. So lift your head, dry your tears, and renew your hope. You are not alone, You are not forgotten, and you are never beyond my reach. Today, I speak with the full authority of heaven. I am ready to answer you. And when I answer, no one and nothing can stand in the way of what I have planned. Open your heart even more, for what you hear now is my Spirit speaking directly to you, not just with words, but with the power of my presence. Let me go deeper into your heart, to those hidden places, the ones you don't often look at. For it is in that secret place that I have shaped you, in the quiet depths where I have held you up, and within your soul, I have placed a spark of my fire. This fire is not extinguished by the storms or the indifference of the world around you. It is eternal because it comes from me, the eternal God, and you, my precious child. This is your moment to rise, not just a hopeful thought or a wishful promise, but a divine truth, a declaration that comes from my throne. This is the time I have set for you to rise, not through your own strength, but by my plan. Do not fear the height, for I am the one who supports you. I will lift you higher than those who doubt you, higher than the situations that tried to hold you back, and even above your own deepest doubts. And for every soul who has truly sought me, every heart that has reached out in trust, know this: I see you not as a distant judge, but as a loving Father. Though I may not always answer your requests with clear words or signs, understand this: every time you knelt in the quiet, I was there. Every time you gave thanks when things seemed scarce, my Spirit moved within you. When you thought your cries were lost in the silence, I was recording every word with everlasting love. I know you completely. You are not a random occurrence, nor the result of mere chance. You are the fruit of a divine plan, the fulfillment of a timeless thought. Your journey is secure because I am the one who laid it out for you. And even when it seemed like you were walking alone, you were never truly alone. Even in the times when it felt like everyone else was pulling away, I stayed close. In the quiet seasons, when no one else seemed to hear, I spoke to you deep within. And in every tear that fell unnoticed, I gathered it and turned it into strength. Keep your heart open to this message, my dear, for what you are receiving is not just a simple answer to a prayer, but a profound declaration, a sacred shift. Heaven is moving on your behalf, and what was once hidden will now be revealed. This season is yours. It is not a shared time, not a common moment, but it is your time, specially chosen for you. I am speaking to you now, opening the heavens to reach directly into your spirit. I ask you, are you truly receiving this message? I want you to affirm this within yourself, not out of fear, but with absolute certainty. From the very first breath you took, I was with you. From the quiet room where you were born, to the times when you felt misunderstood and alone, I was right there. I didn't watch from a distance, like a stranger. I watched as a creator, a craftsman, who carefully designed every detail of your life. I rained your path, bringing certain people into your life, allowing certain separations, and even delays, all for a reason. Everything has been done with the goal of grounding you in truth, making you firm in my word, and helping you become unshakable. Your identity is not written on fragile paper or in ink that time can erase. There are those who will try to make you feel alone, abandoned, like you don't matter, like your voice has no value, and like you can be ignored without consequence. But I speak to you with love and authority, and I say that these voices are lies. Know this truth. The reason they try to push you aside is because your light bothers them. There is light within you, not from your body or your ego, but from my spirit. And that light reveals the truth. You don't need to accuse them or defend yourself. You don't have to face them head-on to expose their lies. Simply by being who you are, by living with integrity, by persevering, by keeping your faith alive, you expose them. Your presence alone shows them for who they are, their falsehoods, their weak arguments, and their lack of purpose. And yet, I tell you, don't let your heart be filled with bitterness. Don't respond to hate with hate, or to disrespect with pride. Keep your heart calm, because I am your justice and I am your defender. In this time, I won't just protect you, I will raise you up. I will lift you as a sign, as a living proof that I am God, and that those who stay faithful will be honored. My word does not fail. I do not forget the cries of the righteous. Your story is written in my book, and it's not over yet. This is just the beginning. Stay close to me and hold on to this promise. The work I started in you, I will bring to completion. Right now, you may only see pieces, but soon you will see the whole picture and realize it was all worth it. I, the Lord your God, am with you through it all. You have carried heavy burdens for a long time, burdens that were never meant to be yours. You've shouldered weight while others stood by and did nothing. You've stayed quiet while your soul cried out, and you've endured pressures that would have broken others. I've been with you at every moment, watching your silent strength, the kind that comes from deep within, not for praise or recognition, but because you carry something. Not everyone has a spirit that refuses to quit, even when others misunderstand you and judge you without knowing your heart. You've pressed on not out of duty, but because the flame inside you refuses to go out, even when the winds blow hard against it. That light inside you keeps burning, even when everything around you seems to be fading away. This is proof that what moves you comes from something beyond the visible world and cannot be sustained by the hands of others. It comes from the eternal, from what I placed in you from the very start. Nothing you've gone through has been wasted. The pain, the silence, the moments when you wondered if it was worth it, none of it has been in vain. All of it hath been part of a plan that goes beyond what you can understand right now. You are not a half-finished drawing or a story without a purpose. You are being shaped in the fires of the eternal. Every experience, every challenge, every person who crossed your path, and every time you were misunderstood was allowed as part of a bigger picture. What some call failure, I've used to strengthen your foundation. What others saw as defeat, I've turned into your redemption. Where many see only the surface, I see the depth. I've been working quietly, not because I am absent, but because I am working in the background to bring greater glory to your life. The most meaningful processes take time. The strongest foundations are never built quickly. What I am building in your life is not temporary or fragile. It is strong, lasting, and eternal. A new stage has come, where you will not only rise from within, but what has been hidden will begin to show itself on the outside. This will not be for the sake of vanity or to seek attention, but because the outward change will be the visible proof of what I have been working inside you. What once seemed unseen will now speak clearly. What many ignored before will no longer be denied, not because you are forcing it, but because the fruit of your work cannot be hidden. The roots have gone deep, and so the tree will stand firm. Your walk will quietly respond to those who doubted, not to prove your value, but so they can see that there is a difference between what the world accepts and what I approve. The light you carry will not be from human praise, but from my light. What you hold in your hands will not be a trophy, but a testimony. And the doors that open in front of you will not be because of plans or strategies, but because of my direct intervention in your life. There will be no need for you to explain what you have been through. You will not have to justify the pauses, the tears, or the times of silence. The fruit of your efforts will speak for itself. The proof will be clear. The work I have done in you will speak without words. What others tried to silence will be shouted from places you never imagined, not for your praise, but so that many will see that I am real, that I keep my promises, that I do not forget, and that when I begin something, I finish it. This new season is not empty. It is full of purpose, direction, and change. It is the answer to the quiet prayers you made, to the words you spoke when no one else was watching. It is the result of your quiet persistence, your hidden faith, and your strength without the need for attention. Those who mocked you while you waited will soon be silent, not as punishment, but because truth needs no defense when it is clear for all to see. Always remember this: I have not kept you safe to let you fall. I have not brought you this far only to leave you halfway. What you have experienced is not the end. It is just the preparation. The ground beneath your feet has been cleared, purified, and watered with your tears, and now it is ready to bear fruit. The heavens are aligning with the earth to make space for what you have been waiting for. You are not about to lose everything. You are about to gain understanding. What once seemed confusing will now make perfect sense. What drained you will now be the very thing that strengthens you. Don't let the voices of the past get in the way of what I am doing in this moment. Don't bring old ideas into this new season. Don't let nostalgia make you doubt where I am leading you, because this time is different. This moment is not a repeat of the past. It is completely new. And you are here, not by coincidence, but by design. I am the one who has opened this path for you, and no plan made against you will succeed. My words remain unshaken, and every promise I have made will come true. Not because of your own strength, but because I am with you, guiding every step, and my word will never fail. What is unfolding in your life now is not just an extension of the past, but the beginning of something entirely new, something that has been carefully planned long before you even realized what you needed. There are movements happening on your behalf that are not based on what you've done, what others think of you, or the circumstances you can see. The change that is coming is the result of decisions made in my eternal wisdom. You were considered, you were chosen, and you are being shown what others will not see, invited to go where others cannot go, and led down paths that only my hand can open. Much has been taken away from your life, not by accident, nor by abandonment, but for your protection. Not everything you wanted to hold on to was meant for you to keep. There were people, habits, and even thoughts that were so deeply rooted in your life that when I started to remove them, it felt like loss. But in reality, it was preparation. I am not acting out of a desire to punish you, but out of a deep desire to protect what truly matters in your life. Many times, protecting your future means cutting ties with things that weaken your true purpose, even though you didn't understand it at the time. Now, in this new space that has been cleared with patience and determination, I am building something that will last. I am planting truths that replace old voices. I am rewriting definitions that the world twisted. I am renewing what once was limited by fear, what you thought was the best you could achieve. Now, something new is starting to emerge, far beyond what you once believed possible. It's not just a better version of the past, but something entirely new. The ground has been carefully prepared, and now I am getting ready to plant what will endure forever. You don't need to try to control what's coming. You're not meant to create your own opportunities or force outcomes. Your focus should be on staying aligned with what you know is true deep in your heart. There will be decisions that won't rely on your logic, but on your ability to hear the quiet guidance within, the peace that confirms, the certainty that comes not from reasoning, but from my presence. What is unfolding inside you is being guided by a higher direction. Don't try to predict or delay what is coming, just stay in tune. The rhythm you follow now is not the world's, but mine. I am covering your life with a shield that isn't easy to see. It's a grace that works in silence, but holds every part of your life firmly. What once seemed fragile will become strong. What you thought was about to break will be made whole. The foundation I am building will not be shaken by the wind because its strength comes from the unseen, where I reside. No one will undo what I've established. No one can reverse the work I'm doing in your life. What others rejected is being restored in my hands with a beauty that only I can create. You've reached a point where you no longer need to defend yourself or explain your journey. The need to justify is behind you. What matters to me now is that you walk with dignity, with freedom inside, free from the weight of other people's opinions. You don't need approval to move forward. You don't need validation to believe. What I'm creating in you doesn't need witnesses to prove it's real. Your path no longer depends on who praises you or who criticizes you. You are being supported by something deeper, more secure, and eternal. It is time for your confidence to be rooted in what does not change. You can no longer rely on shifting emotions or human opinions. You have been called to build on a firm foundation, and that means letting go of the need to understand everything before you obey. This phase will be defined by quiet but firm actions, by movements that may not be understood by everyone, but will produce results that no one can deny. Your peace will not come from the approval of others, but from the deep certainty that you are aligned with what you know is true, even if it's not yet fully clear to you. Do not worry about the distance others may place between you and them. What seems like separation is often realignment. I am repositioning everything around you, and part of that process is removing what holds you back, what distracts, and what diverts your focus. Not because you are above those things, but because your purpose requires a clear path. It's not that you don't appreciate what has passed, but you've been prepared for what is ahead, and what is ahead requires lightness. You cannot move forward while carrying what cannot survive in the atmosphere I am creating. I am bringing together pieces of your story you never expected. I am providing solutions from places you never imagined. Even those who once stood against you are now being used as instruments for your good. I am stirring things up in places where your name is being spoken, not to harm you, but to unlock doors that I have already set before you. And when this happens, you will understand that you were never stuck. I was simply waiting for the right time to make everything fall into place according to my plan. This is a delicate, yet wonderful season. It is a time of depth, growth, and inner transformation. It's not about doing more. It's about being in the right place with the right heart. I am healing old wounds that kept you in cycles. I am restoring parts of your identity that were broken by past experiences. I am making all things new, and you are an active part of this process, not as a bystander, but as a living expression of my purpose. What has started can no longer be stopped. The work is already in motion, and every step you take under my guidance is moving you further from confusion and closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. This is not just a change of season. It is a fresh start in every way. The story is being rewritten, and you are at the very center of this new chapter that I am creating. The atmosphere around you is shifting in small but steady ways. What once seemed far off or impossible is now approaching with determination. Nothing happening right now is by chance. Every detail is being carefully guided by a higher wisdom that does not make mistakes. I have been setting up everything needed for a deep and lasting transformation. This is not a temporary or shallow change, but a total realignment of your surroundings, your thoughts, your choices, and your direction. The doors that remained closed were not a sign of rejection, but a wise pause. I wasn't trying to limit you, but to protect you from unnecessary struggles. Many of the paths that seemed inviting would not have led to your true purpose. At times, you felt frustrated that you couldn't move forward on certain paths, but what you didn't realize was that those paths were built on unstable ground. I prevented you from wasting energy on roads that would not stand the test of time. Even though you didn't understand it back then, you were being protected. Now, a new and untouched land opens before you. It's not a repeat of the past or a rearrangement of what you already knew. It's a completely fresh scenario, filled with possibilities you never thought were possible because they were beyond the scope of your experience. You've been prepared to walk through this new phase. You won't recognize it by external signs, but by the way it will feel deep inside. Ideas will begin to form naturally, without force. People will enter your life without any obvious reason. There will be meetings that seem random, but in truth, they have been planned with precision from the very beginning. This new place requires a different mindset from you. You cannot approach it with a mentality of lack or limitation. The new cannot be sustained by the old. You must let go of the stories that have defined you for years, many of which didn't even come from your own heart, but were placed upon you by harsh words, toxic surroundings, and painful experiences. I am carefully removing those roots one by one, not because they belonged to you, but because they took root without your permission. What I did not plant will not stay, and everything that was placed in you without my approval is now being removed. Take a moment to stop all distractions and focus on what's inside of you. Do not listen with your ears, but with your spirit. What I'm about to share with you is not for the public. It is a personal message, gently woven just for you. It is a quiet whisper that cuts through the noise of daily life, resting softly on your soul like the first dew at dawn. This message you are receiving is no accident. Your arrival at this moment, to hear these words, is part of a plan I have been working on. I have been guiding every step, even the moments that felt like setbacks, even the detours you thought were mistakes. Every part of your journey hath been carefully designed with love and purpose by me. Listen carefully. As you continue in faith, believing that your actions go unseen, I must share something with you that only I can see clearly. There are conversations happening in secret, people who do not mention your name, but keep you at the center of their thoughts. You haven't been invited to those conversations, yet you are their focus. They have seen your progress, that you rise, that you do not quit. This bothers them, because your growth challenges the foundations they have built without truth, without my guidance. They cannot stand to see the light I have placed in you, so they try to put it out. Their hearts are filled with jealousy, hidden criticism, and words that appear innocent but carry hidden opposition. I know you don't see it clearly because you are not focused on them. You have not held bitterness in your heart, nor have you cultivated distrust. You have stayed true to simplicity, always hoping for the best from others, believing that if you do what is right, you will receive what is right in return. But I, who see all things, tell you today that while you trusted, some were quietly creating confusion to trap you. While you worked to bring peace, others were spreading lies. While you called out to me in the quiet, others were scheming to stop you. And though you may not realize it, your tears have been gathered, your fasts have been noted, and your sleepless nights have been counted as offerings in my presence. My dear, do not be afraid. I am not showing you this to cause fear, but to help you see clearly. I want you to know that the enemy of your soul does not rest, but I, your God, also never sleep. I have protected you when you didn't even know you were in danger. I have stood by you when you were under attack, and I have covered you when others tried to expose you. That's why today I stand before you with clear, direct words without any parables. With love and certainty, I say to you, I am finally ready to answer you.